What's up, guys? Welcome back to the JV Money Show. I'm JV, and we're looking at another reaction video. How much Elon Musk's wealth has shrunk. Okay, so let's see what these guys are saying about Elon Musk's wealth dropping. Guys, if you're new here, subscribe to the video, hit that like button. I'm going to be dropping reaction videos all the time, so you don't want to miss it. Let's go.
The sell-off in Tesla shares has been sharp and swift. Stock sits about 18% below Monday's close.
Oh, wait, hold on. As of now, the stock is at $419. So this is a little bit old. So let's check it out.
$1 billion in market cap since then. And Elon Musk, CEO and founder, his wealth has shrunk by about $15.5 billion in the last couple of days. That's roughly the equivalent of Rupert Murdoch's fortune, just for some perspective. And for a little more context, the stock still up about 800% over the last year, guys. So Tesla really has been like the whip end of this whole momentum move, this new era thinking that you could have this unending growth. It's got the, save the world environmental angle and all the rest of it. But then it became a plain old kind of momentum chase and a little bit of an unwind right now.
Okay, hold on. Before we get into more. So this whole mentality of Elon Musk's, well, he lost the $19 billion. And okay, so that is the mindset of a short-term investor. Okay, so if you're in it for the long haul, I'm a long-term investor in Tesla. I have shares I plan to hold for 10 years plus. I started buying shares 2 years ago. So if I was constantly looking at my portfolio and seeing the dips and the raises and panicking, oh my God, I lost money. That's not how a long-term investor should think. A long-term investor is looking at 5-10 years from now, maybe even longer. So the way that they're presenting this is in a short-term investor's eyes, like, oh my gosh, I lost $19 billion or whatever it is. But he didn't lose anything. He still holds those shares. So I think, and what a lot of other Tesla shareholders think, is the stock is going to continue to go up. Maybe not anytime soon. It might kind of stay in this level for a bit because it is overpriced right now. It is overvalued, but eventually it will hit this. It will be this valuable. But a lot of people were betting on the future. They know they don't want to miss it. They don't want to miss the Amazon stock. They don't want to miss the next Apple. So a lot of people put their money into Tesla, and it went way up. So, because they don't want to miss that rush. They don't want to miss that opportunity. But I think eventually it will be it'll be worth this, and it'll continue to rise as it becomes one of the biggest companies in the world.
And what's amazing, Mike, is that Matt Maley of Miller Tabak was telling Bob Pisani yesterday that Tesla could still lose another 60% of its value and be above where it was in February. It could lose another 25% from here and still be above where it was just 1 month ago. Think about that. Tesla could fall 35% in a couple of days and still be above where it was a couple of weeks ago.
And the amazing thing about it, it's almost reached escape velocity, as it suggests right there, is the dollar volume of trading in Tesla shares is routinely the largest in the market. Even though the market cap is still, a quarter
it's really the largest in the market. Wow.
It trades sometimes double and triple the dollar volume of Apple. So it's just this incredibly fevered activity that you have right there. And of course, did an equity offering at these rich valuations, and one of the largest outside shareholders, or the largest, did trim back the position. So unclear if this is a trend change or just a little bit of a shakeout.
So, well, they trimmed back the position because, gosh, it makes me so mad that I know this and these guys don't know this. So they trimmed back their position, not because they're worried about Tesla, because in their rules that they've set, they can only have a certain amount of Tesla, and if they have over that, they have to sell it off. So and they explained that. So the story got spun as, oh, one of the biggest Tesla shareholders, they sold their stock, so they're afraid. No, that's not it at all.
That was going to be my point with it too. The idea of offering that big new equity position and saying that they would kind of roll that in to the market from time to time. We don't know now, but is that going to be something when you look in hindsight and say, okay, that was kind of ringing the bell at the top? Good for them for being smart enough to realize, hey, if people are willing to pay this amount for it, let's get some more shares out there in the market at this point. But because of the way it's being structured, with many banks being able to offer it, you may not see a lot of those new shares, depending on what happens. Again,
well,
it's
$5 billion,
had an awfully huge run.
I mean, $5 billion could have been done in half a day. I mean, depending on how much of the market they want it to be. So I'm not sure if it's necessarily an overhang as much as it is a little bit of a tell from management, which has said they didn't need to raise any more capital to say, fine, the market's begging us to do this. Why don't we just lock some in at
right,
these
if people
prices?
are willing to throw money at you, you take it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's smart that
I
they
think this
took
could also
that $5
be
billion.
one of the most politically important stocks out there. I mean, in terms of the polls, guys, I mean, think about it. With the federal tax credit is so important to Tesla. And of course, the Tesla bears will say if you pull out that tax credit, the company's just bleeding money.
What?
If you
No,
think you're going to get
not
a
true at all.
Democratic sweep, I would imagine it makes it much more likely that tax credits on EVs are going to last. If you think that maybe Trump re-wins and the Senate stays where it is, and you worry about the future of the federal tax credit, this could be a stock that moves wildly on the political polls as well, I would suspect.
Hold on. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure on this. So aren't the tax credits done for Tesla in the States? I live in Canada. I live in Toronto. And I think they're done here. But yeah, the tax credits are done in most states. It's over. And then all the Tesla bears were saying, yeah, watch out. And then the sales didn't go anywhere. There's still high demand for Teslas, even though in most states the tax credit is gone. It's not gone for all the other automakers because they barely make any EVs. So because there's a certain amount, it was like 250,000, and then it keeps lowering. But I think it's completely gone for Tesla, or it's greatly reduced. But that's not driving the sales at all. People that are interested in Tesla, the tax credit isn't going to determine whether they get it or not. That's not the buyer. So it didn't matter that the high amount of tax credit was gone. People are still buying the car. There's so much more to it than just okay, I could get into it. Well, let's keep
Yeah, and some actually
watching.
have pointed
that's a
to
really
polling
interesting
as a
take.
factor for maybe one factor in the recent sell-off.
That's not at all.
Yeah, that's a really interesting
wrong.
take, though, Brian, because if you've been listening to Elon Musk, he's been so frustrated with being shut down and not allowed to open get his workers back into the factory during the height of COVID. He's definitely more of a libertarian. It's kind of hard to guess where he would come down, but I don't know that he would necessarily side with a lot of the Democrats who are in favor of giving those tax credits that are helping his company giving his company so much help.
You also, thanks, Becky. You also have a huge amount of competition. I'm going to tell you something. The Polestar 2, which is basically the Volvo
competition?
that's their new EV project, owned by Geely of China.
Yeah.
That's getting great reviews. It's a beautiful looking car. Tesla right now has crushed the competition. That Polestar, as a car guy, I'm just telling you, could be a viable competitor.
Competition is coming. Okay, the Polestar is a nice car. It is a nice looking car, but it's not. Okay, does it have the what's it called? It doesn't have the supercharger network. It doesn't have the autopilot. Isn't as advanced as autopilot as Tesla. I don't know. I don't even know if it has autopilot in the Polestar. There's just so many other factors that go into a Tesla. I don't know does it have over-the-air updates? Is it the safest car in the world? There's just a lot of things. Are they going to produce it at a high level? Because it's Volvo. So traditionally they're a ICE car manufacturer. So are they going to be producing a lot of them? And this whole thing with competition coming, guys, it's been coming, and it's not even. There's nothing going on. So he did say that at the end, that Tesla has been crushing the competition, and it has been. So, but that argument of the arguments of the tax credit going away and no one's gonna buy the cars once the tax credits, that's not a thing. And the whole thing with competition coming, the Polestar is a nice car, but that's one car. Are they gonna build a lot of them? And is it gonna have all the other features that the Model 3 has, or Model S and X and Y? Because that's what new EV owners are looking at. That most of them are looking at, does it compare to the Tesla? So does it have this? If they're smart enough, they'll ask those questions. And if they don't, and they're the same price, why would I buy the Polestar when the Tesla Model 3 has all this other stuff, the supercharging network, the over-the-air updates, the safest car in the world, the camera, the autopilot, it's just, there's so much more. So why the Polestar looks nice. It does look good, but it's like having a lot of people have iPhones. It's like having the new iPhone 11, or you're gonna get the iPhone 6. They're the same price, but the iPhone 11 has so much more features than the iPhone 6. So why would I buy the 6? You know, so it's kind of similar. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What did you think of this video? Do you guys see the drop in his money, his net worth is down $19 billion? Does that matter to you? Because I know I'm a long-term investor. That doesn't matter to me at all. I'm in it for the long haul. Do you think competition's coming? What do you think of the Polestar? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share it with all your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm out of here. Peace.